Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your March 2016 tarot reading. As you can see, I use the top deck because it's one of my favorite decks. I've already shuffled the cards, laid them out, got them ready to go. That way it'll save us a little bit of time. And this is how I laid the deck out. This is the beginning of March. This is how you're going to start out the month. This is the first few weeks of March, going into the middle of the month. This is the middle of March, going to the end of the month. These cards are considered spiritual advice. These cards are the things that are going to be out of your control for the month of March. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's start, shall we? The first card you got was completion. Four of Wands, which is completion after labor, settlement. Okay, things are settling down for you here. At the beginning of the month, things are getting settled. Then you have fortune, which is a change of fortune, generally good, destiny. And then pleasure, the Six of Cups, well-being and harmony, natural forces, happiness, success. So you're starting out the month on a good note. I mean, you've got completion, you've got good fortune right here, a change for good fortune. You've got happiness. So this is a great way to start out the month. I mean, you're not going into it hustling or starving. The month is starting out in a really good position for you. Okay, let's see where we're going to go with it, shall we? We start out with one of Trump's, the Magus, which is skill, wisdom, craft. Okay, so you're in control here. You're in a good position. You're in control. Your plans are working. Then you got the Aeon, which is a new current for the future, the taking of a definite step. So you're not only in a good position, you're taking a definite step to work out your dreams and plans. And I mean, you're in a good position to be doing that because you're starting out with good fortune. Happiness. The things are really looking good for you at the start of March, the first few weeks. But then you get the Seven of Cups, debauch, which is illusory success, vanity, promises unfulfilled. Maybe it's going so good for you, you just start thinking, it's not working. You think it's successful, more successful, or it should be more successful than it actually is. You're becoming disillusioned. It looks like you might be backing off at this point. Maybe it's decided to take a break, which, you could be thinking that it's just a big deception. Right here, you're really starting to think differently. Even though it's been good up through here, you're having your doubts and your worries. But as we go into the second part of the month, you start with the Four of Discs, which is power, law and order, gain, success, skill. So your skills are still, you start out with skills here, your skills here are still kicking in. I mean, even though you're having some bad thoughts, you're still kicking ass. Things are going in your direction. For the whole month they're going in your direction. It looks like the only problems you're having is some doubts about yourself. Then as we goes to the end of the month, see about closing it out, and you got the Six of Discs, which is success, gain, power, influence. I mean, everything is building up through this month for you, Scorpio. Why you're having these doubts, I'm not sure. But when you get to the end of the month, there's change. You have Ten of Wands, which is oppression, which is selfishness, lying, slander, ill will. So you're going to end the month on a low note. You start out great. Throughout the month, you're taking definite steps. You've got power. You've got building up. I mean, you're improving your wealth tremendously. Things are just going your way, but at the end of the month, boom, you just hit with a big change where it's going to be a downer by the end of the month. Okay? But so far, things are looking, it's going to be a good month right up till you get to the end. That's when things, I don't know if somebody's going to be talking bad about you or you're going to be talking bad about somebody else, but it's going downhill. Okay, let's look at the cards that are advice. You start out with the Eight of Cups, which is indolence. That would be a temporary success, decline of interest, which, remember, these are advice cards. It's probably advising you to maintain the interest, even though over in here, you're looking like you're losing it. No, it's advising you don't do that. you have the Nine of Cups, which is happiness, pleasure and happiness, physical well-being. Okay, the advice is concentrate on the good things that are happening to you up through the month. And then you have failure, Seven of Discs, which is sloth, promises unfulfilled, hopes deceived, which is probably advising you about this card. You know, don't be lazy up through here, but be on the lookout, because towards the end of the month, things are not really going, you're not really going to like that. These are the things that are out of your control. You start off with death, 13 of Trumps, which is change. It doesn't mean death. It means change, transformation. It's often unexpected. And you do have several changes going on this month. Scorpio, up through here, you've got changes that are going for the better. You're taking definite steps, even though your thinking might need a little bit of adjusting, but then by the end of the month you got more change, which change for the worse. So you've got a lot of change. It's going to be out of your control this month. Then you have the O of Trumps, Fool, which is ideas, thoughts, spirituality. So you're going to have a lot of good ideas. It might be a good month to get a notebook and a piece of paper so you can write those ideas down so you won't forget them like I always do when I say, I'll remember that. And then you have the Princess of Cups, a young woman, gracious, sweet, gentle, dreamy. She's going to be out of your control during the month of March. So there you have it, Scorpio. I just read them like I lay up, like they fall. So I hope you're going to be happy. It looks like the month of March is starting out great. You're going to have some bad thoughts, but the month itself is going along. Your life is going along great, right up till you get to the end where you're going to have some downtime, some troubles, some downturns. Okay? So that's March. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you for April. Thank you very much.